Hello everyone and welcome to Werven's World and welcome to part 8 of my Let's Play series of Tales of maj'eyal. So last time unfortunately our skeleton Archmage died. So what happened? He was running through Sandworm Lair, killing everything very easily, which is always the problem in this game because then you get overconfident. And I opened a chest, and in that chest wasn't an item but a unique creature. And this unique creature was a slime who was a summoner as well. And he was summoning fire immune creatures. And it kind of took me by surprise. I had my mana shield activated, or what's it called? Disruption shield. And I put a fireball on me, which I had been doing all the time. Basically just activate a shield, put a fire flash, and everybody dies and I'm still alive. Hooray. Unfortunately, the creature didn't die immediately. But that wasn't necessarily the only problem, because he was a bit faster than me apparently. And he, I looked a bit in the combat log, which I unfortunately can't activate anymore. Otherwise I could show you. The thing was that he hit me before I attacked, and then he disrupted my shield already, so I didn't have a shield already, and a lot of his damage went through actually, really like 100 damage or something went through. Then I hit myself with my fire flash, and well, I didn't have a shield, so I just damaged myself majorly with fire flash, and I ended up at like 14 HP or something like that. And then I also was confused, and when you're confused you only have, I think, 50% chance to be able to do an action. I tried to heal myself with Arcane Reconstruction, but unfortunately I didn't get that action because of the confusion, and then I died. Even if I would have gotten the action, this healing might not have saved me because I was surrounded by some of his summoned worms, which were fire immune as well. So they might have killed me as well. So maybe the better solution would have been to try and use Phase Door and then maybe get out. But yeah, we'll never know. But I think Phase Door might have been a bit of a more safe bet. Of course, in the Sandworm Lair, you're never sure where you're going to end up. But yeah, I think it would have been a safer bet. Anyway, we died. Too bad. What happened? Well, first of all, I'm going to look a little bit at my items. One of the problems is I didn't really go to the shops to really check for upgrades, which is a bit of a shame because I have kind of crappy items, I think. Like, I just started for fun a Ghoul Sun Paladin, and he's now level 15, and he is already decked in yellow items, and he had a lot of luck with finding items. This one didn't have so much luck in item finding, so I think having gone to shops to see if I could buy a nice item might have helped a little bit. But that's definitely not the biggest problem of what happened. I think the biggest problem of what happened is me and my skill choice. Very early on, I activated Wildfire at level 10 when I got the category point. But I almost didn't use it. As you can see here, I took 2 points in Blast Wave, and I think I used it twice, more for fun than for anything else. And I really regret that. I should have gone for Temporal, I think, because then I would have access to the Time Shield, and Time Shield gives me a lot of shield, and once that shield is gone, it gives me healing, and overall it seems like a really, really amazing skill. It also reduces the duration of bad effects, and yeah, it's like amazing skill. Might just be like one of the best skills ever. So if I would have not spent that category point there, but here in Temporal, I would have had more defenses, which might have saved me in that case, because I would have access to another shield. Second of all, I just learned something on Reddit, hooray, which is actually really nice about this Let's Play, because people are actually replying and giving me tips and hints, which is really great because I'm very happy to learn. I always thought that this 1.3 here, this multiplier, which can also be 1.10 or whatever, I always thought that was just a multiplier on how efficient your skills are. Basically, you know, if you do 10 damage, then with 1.3 you do 13 damage. Ooh. And that's why I thought it was never that amazing. But apparently, it also counts as skill points. So if I put 4 skill points into Flame, it actually counts as having 5.2 skill points into Flame, because 4 times 1.3 is 5.2. And Flame gets a special ability. It turns into a beam at level 5. So actually I could have gotten away with putting 4 points in here, it would have counted as being level 5, so I would have gotten a beam. It would have done a bit less damage, but damage wasn't really my problem. Apparently survivability was more of the problem, and then I could have, for example, have saved some other points somewhere else and put it, for example, here in Stonewall, which would have been a very good defensive spell, I think. Or, of course, if I wouldn't have unlocked Wildfire, I would have put it in Time Shield. So overall, I think me not knowing how this works and unlocking Wildfire instead of Temporal, I think in the end that was part of the thing that killed my character. Then there is another thing that I did wrong. I had a skeleton, right? So he gets a 40% experience penalty, which is a fair amount. Like if I would have taken a Shalor, which had 25% experience penalty, which level would I have had now? Like 18, something like that, maybe? I don't feel like calculating now, but would have had a higher level now. And that would have meant higher abilities, would have meant better time shield, all that stuff. Of course, it would have meant no bone armor, and bone armor has saved my ass a couple of times, so you never know when I would have died anyway with the Shalor. But not complaining about my skeleton choice, because I think skeleton will be a great archmage. My problem is that I didn't farm enough experience. I just started, as I said, like this ghoul sun paladin, and he's now also level 15 something. And he hasn't even done the maze nor the old forest and stuff. And one of the reasons is I have been skipping that easy content. Do you remember when I went into those zones and it says, ooh, this is so easy, you can just troll through it and then you get teleported to the last part of the dungeon? With the ghoul, I decided not to do that because I always used to do it. And with the ghoul now, I decided, hey, let's just farm these enemies. And actually, I got like in 3 or 4 of those easy levels, I got like 2 levels. So basically, by killing those easy enemies, I still got a fair amount of experience as well as items, and that might also be a reason why my ghoul has way better items than his archmage. He killed a lot of more enemies, and of course you have chance for chests and all that stuff in those things that you're skipping. So one thing I don't think I will ever do again is skip those areas. So I kind of thought, or assumed, which is a bad thing to do in these games, I assumed that basically these enemies were so easy you wouldn't get experience from them anymore. But that's not the case at all, apparently. So all in all, what did I do wrong? Well, I underestimated the unique. Never underestimate uniques. Always take it super slow when you see a unique because they are super dangerous. And I recommend with the Shift T putting on these frames that you can see the color and immediately you see that you have a unique on your hand. So I underestimated that, so I did the battle completely wrong. But I think I also built my character wrong. So I unlocked Wildfire too early, I didn't unlock Temporal, I didn't farm enough experience, and I didn't know that you could just put 4 points in Flame, for example, and already reap the benefits. So I think I would have done the skill allocation a bit different in order to get, for example, access to Stonewall, or in that case, put more points into Time Shield. Possibly also put more, try to allocate my points here differently in order to get access to Aegis, which also seems to be really great, which charges the shields more. So I would have had more shielding. Anyway, so I think those are the things that went wrong. So it's up to you whether you want me to continue this character or not. I personally feel a little bit like maybe just quitting this character and starting another one. Although don't take that the wrong way, I'm very happy to continue playing this, as he's great fun. But I just started this ghoul Sun Paladin, and he's already level 15 in like an hour, so I could go fairly quickly through the beginning with a new character, with maybe just another Archmage, and with all the stuff we learned, we could build a better character. And then see how it goes. But of course we can also just continue with Werven the Skeleton, so it's really up to you. I'm happy to do either way. But so I hope you enjoyed this debriefing. I hope it was useful, and see you next time.